Hello everyone in TV land. Welcome to another installment of RMS Yoga. Tonight's practice, or today, whatever we're doing this, you're going to need a block and a strap and a blanket. So have all those things ready at your disposal and then come to your seat. Taking the time to pull the flesh up and away from the buttocks. Ground yourself. Bring your hands to your heart. Closing your eyes if you haven't already. And just start to watch your breath. Our breath is what connects us to everything around us, every person on earth. Every plant, every animal. Your next exhale becomes part of perhaps my next inhale, and so on. Keep your awareness on the breath. Your mind wanders a little, just bring it right back to it. May even say inhale, exhale, just to give your mind something to do. So let's begin our practice with 3 Oms today. So go ahead and take a deep breath in. Open your eyes, and as we almost always start, walk your hands out in front of you. Stay grounded through your sit bones. Lift the shoulders up and away from the floor and allow your heart to sink down towards the floor. Extend out through the crown of the head towards the front of your mat, making your back nice and long. Keep the tailbone tucked. On your next inhale, walk your hands over to your right hand side, staying low in your forward bend. And then inhale back to center, and exhale going over to the left hand side. Inhale back to center, and then walk your hands coming upright. Right hand out to the side, left arm up to the ceiling. Extend through those upward fingertips and then crescent over to the right. Keep that left hip down towards the floor, left knee down. Feel the opening in the whole left side body. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, changing arms. Extend through those right fingertips first. And then crescent over. Inhale back up to center, both hands to the floor. Left hand to the right knee, right hand behind, sit up tall, and twist. And coming back to center on the exhale, changing sides. Right hand to the left knee, sit up tall, and twist open. Exhale, come back to all fours. If you had height underneath, go ahead and take that away and come to all fours. Set yourself up, hands right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Nice flat back, navel to the spine, extend through the crown of the head. Look straight down at your mat, tuck your tailbone, soften through the heart, sternum moves towards the floor. Toes can be turned under or they can be flat. On your next inhale, lift the spine for cat pose. And then exhale, concave the spine, lift the head, full cow. Inhale, come back to cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, a cat. And one more time to cow. Coming back to neutral, walk your hands out and come into puppy pose. Allowing the heart to sink down. Inhale, come up. Bring the right hand back. Walk the left hand over to in front of the right hand. And then drop that left shoulder down to the floor. You should feel this through the tricep on that left arm. Inhale, coming back up. Left hand back to underneath the shoulder. Right hand out in front. And then drop that armpit down to the mat. Keep the right arm as straight as possible and that left elbow tracking in towards the rib cage. And then inhale, come back up to all fours. You turn your toes under for right now and let's come into bird dog. So extend your right leg out behind you. Lift the leg up off the floor and then the left arm comes out for bird dog. Drop the right hip down slightly so the hip stays square. And keep the engagement on the core. Fingertips out in front of you. Your gaze is right out in front of your mat. Toes are lifted. The lifted toes are turned down. And then exhale, come down to the floor. Other side. Extend that left leg out behind you. Right arm comes up. Again, the navel comes up. Extending through the fingers, extend to the heel. Nice, long body. Exhale, come down to the floor. And we're going to do that famous, it's a unilateral bird dog. So bring your center of gravity onto your right side. Extend the left leg out behind you, and then lift the left arm up off the floor. Oops. Now lift the left arm up to the sky and point the toes out to the side. Exhale, come back down. Left arm out in front. Left toes point down to the floor. Inhale, move back up. Left arm to the ceiling, left toes out. Now bend the left knee, reach back and go for a clasp. Whoops. Whoa! And find your way back down. Good job. Good job. Other side. He's got an S on his chest today. Extend the right leg out behind you. Bring your weight over to the left side, and then that left arm, right arm comes out. Lifted toes are down to the floor. Now the right arm up to the sky. The right toes turn out. Exhale, come back down. Toes to the floor. Inhale, come back up. Toes turn out. Bend the right knee. Reach back. Go for the clasp. Watch yourself. Exhale, come on out. That was fun, right? Press back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and take this dog for a walk. Bending the right knee, bringing that left heel down to the floor, and back and forth. Nice slow pace. Keep the arms extended nice and straight. Head, the crown of the head moving towards the center of the hands. And then come back to a neutral dog. Walk your hands up towards your feet. Keep your knees as bent as you need to. Walk your feet to your hands. Hands to the shins. Inhale. Extend up and out. Exhale. Go deeper into forward fold. Inhale. Lift up and extend out. And go deeper still in your forward fold. And one more time. Inhale. Look up. And then exhale. Fold deep. Maybe your hands reach around back of your ankles. Bring your hands to your hips, extend out to the crown of the head, and come all the way up standing. How y'all doing? Nice to see you. So, we're going to move through some sun salutations. Set your foundation. Ground down through the four corners of the feet. Lift the arches. As you lift the arches, you'll feel the outer shins, the muscles engage. Engage your quads, kneecaps lift, tuck the tailbone, navel to the spine, shoulders up, back, and down. Fingertips to the floor, crown of the head towards the ceiling. All the muscles are engaged. Turn your awareness to your breath. Nice, even breathing. Keeping the control of all your muscles, everything is engaged. Spreading the toes, spreading the fingers. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, look up. Exhale, right foot back, high lunge. Left foot back, plank pose. And then lower all the way down to the floor. Flatten the toes. Come up into cobra. Elbows hug the rib cage. Exhale, back to the floor. Turn the toes under. Press back. Downward facing dog. Lift the shoulders away from the floor. Sternum slides down to the floor. Heels long to touch. Crown of the head goes to the space between your head, your hands, and your gaze is straight down at your mat. Nice long back. Fingers are spread wide. On your next inhale, right foot forward. High lunge. Left foot forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, go deep. Inhale, arms to the floor, ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, bend the knees, right foot back. High lunge, low lunge. Flatten the toes on the back foot and come in upright. Walk the front toes towards the front of the mat. And then move that front knee forward so you can get more 90 degree here. We're looking for this to be more of a thigh stretch. So really pull the left thigh back. Allow that right hip to sink down towards the floor. On your inhale, place your hands on the mat. Turn the back toes under. Come upright and then wiggle that back foot all the way back to plank pose. The front foot back to plank pose. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Exhale, lower yourself down. Maybe you go to the floor. Maybe you hover in chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra pose. Shoulders back, heart to the center of the room. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shoulders lift, heart sinks. Crown of the head to the center of your hands. Your gaze is straight down at your mat. Fingers are spread wide. Next inhalation, right foot forward, high lunge. Come down to low lunge, and again walk the toes up towards the front of the mat. And then coming forward, see if you can bring that knee just above the ankle. Back toes return under. Back toes are flat. Left hip forward, back of the right thigh down to the floor. Feeling it in the front of that left thigh. Moving with your breath. Hands to the floor. Turn the back toes under, high lunge, and then step forward, Uttanasana. Hands to shins, inhale, look up. Exhale, go deep. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. Exhale, release the hands, fingertips move to the floor, bending the knees, squatting down. Inhale, arms up for chair pose. Keep the navel tucked, tailbone tucked, shoulders back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, right foot back, high lunge. Left foot back, plank pose. Down to the floor or hovering chaturanga. Upward or cobra. Back to downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up high. And then bring the right knee over to the right elbow. Pause. Spread the toes. Engage the core. Exhale. Extend the right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the knee to the center. Exhale. Extend it back out. Inhale this time. Bringing the right knee over to the left. And extending it back out. Coming down. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Next, other side. Lifting the left leg up. Bringing the left knee to the left elbow. Navel in. Exhale, extend it out. Inhale, exhale. Navel to the center. Extend it out. And right knee, left elbow. Extend it out. Lower the leg to the floor. And then right foot forward. High lunge. Left foot forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, extend up and out. Exhale deep. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close your eyes. Again, we're going to bring your awareness back to your breath. Remembering that that is our connection to all that is, all that lives. Sharing the breath. Exhale, release the hands and open the eyes. Step that right foot back, maybe only 3 feet. Turn the back toes to a 45-degree angle. Pull the left hip back. Right hip forward. Hands come behind the back. You can either just interlace your fingers. You can go hand to elbow, opposite elbow. Or you can bring your hands into prayer. Shoulders back. Heart lifts. Turn your gaze to the corner of your room where the ceiling meets the wall. Pull the shoulders back. Keep the hips square. Extend to the crown of the head and exhale, fold forward. Stop when your torso is parallel to the floor. Readjust your hips by pulling that left hip back. On your next exhale, perhaps you go a little deeper. Keep pulling that left hip back. Go a little deeper. extending through the crown of the head. Inhale, come all the way up standing. Release the hands to the hips. Step that right foot forward. Other side. Left foot back, about 3 feet. Turn the toes out to 45. Squaring the hips off, that left hip comes forward, right hip goes back. Hands clasped behind the back, or elbow, hand to elbow. Pull the shoulders back, lift the sternum to the ceiling. Turn your gaze so that where the ceiling meets the wall. Extend it out, keep the legs nice and strong, engage the quads. Exhale, fold forward. Again, we're going to stop when our torso feels parallel to the floor, and then readjust your body. So drop the left hip, pull that right hip back, extend to the crown of the head, exhale, go a little deeper. Drop the left hip, pull the right hip back, extend to the crown of the head, go a little deeper. And then inhale, all the way up. Release the hands, step to the top of your mat. Doing okay? I hope so. Okay, so we're going to balance on one foot. So I want you to balance on your left foot and lift your right knee up off the floor, right foot up off the floor, and hold it with both hands. So find your drishti. Really ground down to that left standing foot. And then you're going to release your left hand, open it out to the left, and then open that right knee out to the right. Maintain your drishti. Keep the lifted foot flat, the standing leg, the thighs engaged for strength. Inhale, bring the right knee to center. Take your left hand down and reach for the right foot and bring the right foot up into the left hip crease, holding the foot. Right hand to the hip. Right hand reaches all the way back, holding the left forearm. If that's too much, the right arm can just go up to the sky. And then we're going to turn that right foot, send the foot out, and down to the floor. Other side. Come to balance on your left foot. Come to balance on your right foot. Lifting the left knee up off the floor. Holding the front of that left knee. Establish your drishti. Spread the toes. Engage the quad and the standing leg. Releasing the right arm out, taking that left leg out to the left. Foot flat as if you're standing on it. Bring that left knee in. Right hand reaches down for the left foot. Brings it up into the hip crease or on the thigh. Left hand comes to the hip. Or it wraps around the back, or it can go up to the sky. If you have the clasp, release the clasp. Pivot the left foot and then bring it down to the floor. Well, that was much easier when I practiced it. Huh?
You weren't talking.
Oh, maybe that's it. So for this series, you're going to need your block, Please, please, please. And then place it center on your mat so you can actually reach for it. And let's see. Come to Tadasana. Bring your hips to the floor. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the knees. Right foot back. High lunge. Now take your block and put it on the inside of your front foot. Turn the back foot flat. Line your feet up. And then bring that left elbow to the left knee. Right hand to the right hip. Tuck the tailbone. Pull the shoulders back. Keep the back leg lifting up and away from the floor. The front thigh sinking towards the floor. Extend that right arm back behind you. Inhale it up to the sky. And then exhale it out over that right ear. Turn to look up at your right fingertips. Stay strong through the standing legs. Keep the tailbone tucked, the shoulder back. And then slide that left elbow to the inside. And the left fingertips come to the block. And the right arm goes up to the sky. Now extend your left arm out in front of you so your arms are like at 3 o'clock. And then extend the right arm down to join it. And then inhale, come all the way up standing. Both hands to the ceiling. Both legs straight. Exhale, release the arms parallel. And then come to warrior two. Track that front knee straight out over that second and third toe. Pull the shoulders back. Exhale that right hand down behind the back. Maybe it reaches to the front of that left thigh. And then inhale that left arm up and go deeper in your forward back, in the forward knee. Next inhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Pour yourself over for triangle pose. Hand can stop on the shin. It can go to the block. It can go all the way to the floor. Keep the tailbone tucked, the heart open. Keep on breathing. Exhale that right hand to the hip. We're going to go up in the half moon now. So grab your block if you need it. Put it out in front of you. Bring that right foot forward slightly. Come up to balance on the left foot. Left hand down to the floor on the block. Right arm up to the sky. Right foot flat as if you're standing on it. Reach out to the back heel. Exhale the top hand to the hip. Bend the standing leg. Step back to high lunge. Turn the back foot onto the ball. Come up with both hands on the front knee. And then we're going to twist to the right, left, twist to the left. Hands can be on the hip and the knee, or that right elbow can come to the outside. Hand stack in prayer. And we twist open to look at our left elbow. Exhale, unwind, both hands to the floor. Step back to plank pose. Lower your knees to the floor, spread your knees out wide, big toes together, and come back into child's pose. Again, we bring our awareness back to our breath. Imagine you taking in the exhale of the next person. Maybe you inhale the oxygen that the plants in your house make as they take in the carbon monoxide that you exhale. One great big circle. Next inhale, come back to all fours. Get your block ready. Let's see, let's press up to downward facing dog. And we'll step that right foot forward. Spin the back foot flat. Bring that right elbow to the right knee. Left hand to the left hip. Keep the legs strong. Back thigh lifts away from the floor. Front thigh sinks down towards the floor. Extend that left arm back behind you. Inhale it up to the sky. Exhale it out over those left ear. Finding our breath. Turn your gaze up to our left fingers. And then slide that right hand off that knee down to the floor or to the block. And the left arm up to the sky, straight up. Keep the legs nice and strong. Inhale, the right arm out in front of you so your arms are like 3 o'clock. And then extend that top arm out. So you're like holding a beach ball. Inhale, straighten the legs, come up standing, both arms to the ceiling. Exhale, arms parallel. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Shoulders back, tuck the tailbone. Reach through the fingers, but keep the torso coming straight up out of the pelvis. Left arm comes down around the back. Maybe it holds the top of the right thigh. Right arm comes up to the sky, crescenting back. Back leg stays strong. Stay grounded through the four corners, that front foot. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Pour yourself over. Trikonasana, hand to the shin, hand to the block, hand to the floor. Left arm up to the sky. Both legs straight and strong, kneecaps are lifted. Spread the toes, pull that left shoulder back. Left hand to the left hip. Turn to look at your block. Bend the front knee, back knee, coming up into half moon. Lifting the back leg parallel to the floor. Toes point out to the left. Left arm up to the sky. Exhale. Lower the hand to the floor, step back to high lunge. Come up with both hands on the front knee. Starting to turn now to the right. You can just put the hands on the hip. Or this left elbow goes to the outside of that right knee. Hands stacked in prayer. Turn our gaze up to our lifted elbow. Exhale and wind, hands to the floor. Step back to plank pose. Let's come down to the floor or to chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Bring the knees to the floor, spread them wide, and go into child's pose. Softening through the breath, bringing it back to an even pace. And inhale, come up to all fours. Bring the knees together. Let's step the left foot forward. Come up to high lunge, and then spin open to the right side of the mat. Coming into a wide leg stance. Toes point straight ahead. Bring your hands to your hips, extend out to the crown of the head. Engage the quads and lift the kneecaps. Reach out with both baby toes. Inhale, come up standing. Inhale, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, the hands to the hips. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the heart. Exhale, fold, bringing the hands now to the floor. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bend the elbows straight behind you. Crown of the head to the floor. Keep the quads lifted and engaged. Shoulders slide down the back. Navel stays engaged. So the core is strong. Hands to the hips, extending the crown of the head, all the way up standing. Inhale, arms parallel to the floor. Exhale, the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders, lift the hands away from the buttocks. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come up to the ceiling. Crown of the head down towards the floor. Inhale, come all the way up. Release the hands. Walk the feet in slightly. So maybe now the feet are about 4 feet apart. Turn the toes out and just squat down. You can actually have your hands rest on your knees. This is for the inner thigh. We're stretching the inner thigh. So as you feel comfortable, you just drop the hips towards the floor. You can do a slight sway, moving from one side to the other. You're focusing on the inner thigh muscles. See if you can keep the heart lifted. Couple more breaths here. Knees are spread nice and wide. And then inhale, straighten the legs, stepping that right foot into the top of the mat. How you doing? I'm sweating. So last week we had the heat on, still filming the class. And today we didn't turn the air on because we're frugal, but here we are. Okay, so now we're going to balance on one foot. So we're going to do tree and go from tree into hangman's tree. So let's start with our right foot as the foundation. Spread the toes nice and wide, nice big firm foundation. Bring your center of gravity over that right foot. And then work your left foot so that you're heel to shin, to ankle, to shin, or perhaps you're working all the way up. Eventually our hands come onto the mudra. Establish your drishti, tuck your tailbone, open that left knee out nice and wide. Inhale, bring the arms up. Your hands can be in prayer, they can be open. Finding our breath. Keeping our connection to everything. Exhale, arms parallel to the floor. Turn to look at your right fingers. Turn your head back to center. Turn to look at your left fingers. Hands to the hips, face back to center. Slide that left foot down to come in front of the right knee. Exhale, bend the standing leg, bring the arms out. into Jana Mudra. Inhale, coming upright and dissolving the pose. So next side we're going to break between tree and hanging straight. So let's come to our left foot. Spreading the toes wide, nice firm foundation. Right heel to the ankle, right foot to the shin, or right foot all the way up. Toes grip that standing leg. Standing leg is strong, kneecap is lifted, hands find their way to prayer. And we work on our drishti. Inhale, arms up, expressing your tree as you wish. Stay strong in the standing leg. Exhale, arms parallel to the floor. Turn to look at your left fingers. Head back to center. Turn to look at your right fingers. Head back to center. Hands to prayer. And close your eyes. And then dissolve the pose. Taking a break, shaking that out some. And then we're going to hanging straight. So crossing that, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Shin parallel to the floor, hands to prayer. Exhale, bend the standing leg, come down to a sort of a squat. Open the arms up, Jana Mudra, slight bend to the wrist, slight bend to the elbows. If your practice allows, start to soften down, bringing the heart down towards the floor, sweeping the arms back behind us. And then inhale slowly, coming back upright. Keep that standing leg bent. And then inhale, coming up and dissolving the pose. So, let's do dancer's pose. So with dancer's pose, you can use a strap if you want. So you would take the strap, wrap it around the bottom of your right ankle. Okay. He's going to do the strap. Otherwise, you're going to hold the foot with the same hand. I like to hold the foot from the inside. I press that standing leg into the floor. The bent knee goes down to the floor. The left arm comes up. Now press that right foot into the right hand, sending it back behind you, and exhale, coming forward, extending out through the fingers. Keep lifting that right foot towards the sky. And then inhale, dissolve the pose. Other side. Right foot's our standing leg. Stay strong. Bend the left foot, the left knee, reach back for the foot with the same hand or with the strap. That left knee goes down to the floor, right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, folding forward, pressing the foot into the hand, sending it back behind you. Spread the toes on that lifted leg. Inhale, dissolving the pose. It's all right, so get your block, please. And just place your block maybe about just a foot or so behind you. And then you're going to take your right foot and put it on top of that block. And the toes are on, so the top of your foot is on the block. So where I want you to feel this is in the top of the foot, the front of the shin, just stretching out the front leg. If you feel like this is not enough, you can actually move the block out, put your toes to the floor, keeping your hips square. Again, we're just stretching the front of the foot, the top of the foot, the low part of the shin, and then bringing that right foot forward, changing sides. Again, bring your block maybe a foot behind you. And then you're going to, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. So you're going to put your top of your left foot on the block. And I'm just keeping my hips square. So I'm feeling that at the top of the foot, front low part of the ankle, and the shin. And again, if that doesn't feel like that's enough for you, you can just move that block out of the way. Seems like an easy stretch, but something we probably don't do. And exhale, release that. And come on down to your backs. Ready? Lay down on your backs. Lift your legs up to the ceiling. Cross the right leg in front of the left, and bend the knees. So your knees are right in front of each other. Reach for your feet. See if you can keep the feet somewhat even, but draw them down to the floor. I'm feeling this in my left hip, left glute, left hamstring. Try to keep your shoulders down. Following the breath. Think about dropping the tailbone to the floor might intensify the stretch. Maybe a little slight curve to the low back. Lifting the low back up and away from the floor. On your next inhale, release your feet, send them up to the sky, and then changing sides, so bringing that left leg in front, right leg behind, knees are like right on top of each other, going for the feet, keeping the legs lifted, keeping the feet almost parallel to one another, drawing the feet down to the floor. Feeling this on the whole right side. Again, I'm going to press the tailbone to the floor. Get a nice little curve to the low back to help intensify the stretch. Couple more breaths here. And exhale, release the feet to the ceiling. And lower the feet to the floor. Cross the ankles, hold the knees. Lift the feet up and then come up seated. So for this next one, we're going to do a pretty intense thigh stretch. So you're going to need your block, your strap, and maybe your blanket, or just turn your mat over. And then come to all fours. I'm going to put my blanket on the mat. And I'm going to step my right foot forward. I'm going to have the block on my left side, and it can be at any height that you might find necessary. You don't know that yet, but know that you can turn it, or you can get rid of it. The strap is going to go around my left foot. And I'm going to hold it. How can I do this? Slide it through. There we go. So I'm actually going to hold the strap with my opposite hand. So I actually had to thread it underneath there. So now the strap comes up over my shoulder. I've got my hand on the block. My front foot is out far enough that I do not allow that front knee to go away from the, go over the ankle. I'm feeling a nice stretch in my left thigh. If I want a little bit more, I'm actually going to come down onto the block with my elbow. I'm going to keep pushing that knee, that foot away from me. Those of you who are extremely flexible, perhaps all you do is reach for the foot with your hand, and you don't even need the block. Whoa, doggies! Exhale, release the foot. Make your way back up and change sides. So now, threading the strap around the right ankle, left foot comes forward, lifting that right foot up off the floor. I'm holding the strap with my left hand. Bringing the right hand down to the floor. There we go. And you come down to the elbow. Or not. Nice. And again, if you don't need the strap, just grab the foot with the opposite hand. The block will come out, coming down. Make sure that front knee stays behind the ankle. And exhale, release the foot. And coming upright. Ah, how you doing? Thighs are opened. And we are going to come into hero's pose. So, I'm going to use a block. Some people might need two. I'm going to make it flat this way. And I'm going to just sit my tailbone on it. So my heels are on the outside of my hips. My tailbone is resting on the block. Knees come straight out, so they're straight down to the floor. Hands come to rest on the thighs. Lift through the heart, extend through the crown of the head, wrap the shoulders onto the back body. Now we're going to do a little twist here. And we're going to take the right hand back behind us on the right side. Flatten the hand. Left hand can come to the knee. If you want a little bit more, you can come on down to the elbow. Keep allowing this left shoulder to come forward. This right elbow is right underneath my right shoulder. Then I'm going to lift the hand away from the floor and bring my thumb up towards my ear. Then I'm going to extend the left arm up to the sky. And then I'm going to bring it down so my thumbs are even with my ears. If I'm going to go la, 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 la. Extend the left arm up to the sky. Drop the left hand to the floor. Start to make your way back up. Slowly release the hand. If you need a little break for your knees, just come forward. And let's go back to the other side. So find our way back into hero's pose. As much height as necessary. Focus on our feet. Tops of the feet are into the floor, reaching out with the baby toe. Hands come to rest on the thighs. Our knees come straight out of our hips and our heels are on the outside of our buttocks. Shoulders back, tuck the tailbone, navel to spine, extend to the crown of the head. We're going to twist to the other side, so the left hand comes to the floor, right hand comes to the front knee. So we start to twist to the left. Then we're going to work, coming our left elbow down to the floor. Right arm up to the sky. This left elbow is right underneath my left shoulder. Then I lift that left hand up off the floor, bringing it to my left ear, and then I drop that right hand down to my right ear, and then I twist to bring the heart towards the ceiling. Extend the right arm to the ceiling, left hand to the floor. Start to work your way back up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Walk forward. Extend the left leg behind you. Toes to the floor. Stretch out the foot. Bring that back in to the other side. And bring that back in. Get the block out of the way. Cross your ankles and come seated. Let's come into Dandasana, staff pose. Legs are flat. Toes are spread. Reach up the mound of the big toes. Hands come alongside the thighs. Lift the heart forward. Pull the shoulders back. Extend up and out the crown of the head. Exhale, slowly release, laying back on our backs. Bring the feet in about 6 inches from the buttocks, flat to the floor, elbows to the rib cage. We're going to go up into bridge pose. So inhale, lift the hips. Roll the shoulders underneath the back body. Press the knees to the center of the room. Allow the heart to come up towards the chin. Keep lifting the hips high. Press the back of the head into the mat. Press the elbows, the feet. Draw the navel towards the spine. Exhale, release the hips, allow the hands to rest on the belly. Maybe the knees come together. We'll go up one more time. So if you want to do a full wheel, this would be a good time to do that. Otherwise, place your elbows. Inhale, lift the hips, roll the shoulders under the back body. If you're going up in the full wheel, really reach through the hips. Walking the left foot to center, lift the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, right foot to the floor. Inhale, left leg up. Left leg to the floor. Exhale, lower all the way down. Hands to the belly, knees together. And lifting the feet up off the floor, hold the front of the knees, and then rock back up. Coming into Janu Sirsasana, extend the right leg straight. Left leg comes in. You can use your strap here. Turn to face your straight leg. If you're using the strap, you can wrap it around the bottom of the foot, holding both sides of the strap. Ground through the heel all the way up to the thigh, especially the back part of the knee. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, flow forward. Keep pulling that right leg into the hip socket, but pressing out to the mound of that big toe. If you can reach your shin, if you can reach your foot, go for it. Inhale, coming upright, and let's change sides. Extending the left leg straight, right foot bent. Grounding from the heel up to the groins. Pressing through the mound of the big toe, drawing the baby toe and the rest of the toes towards the shin. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, we're thinking about putting our chin on top of our big toe. Keep the toes pointing to the ceiling. Each exhale takes us a little deeper into the pose. Inhale, come all the way up, and then exhale, lay back on your back. Bring your feet in, but as wide as the mat. Arms come up into cactus pose. Inhale, exhale, drop the knees over to the left-hand side. Maybe that left foot comes on top of that right knee. Think about this right hip moving down towards that right foot. Releasing the foot from the knee, bring both knees up to center. Adjust the feet to make them as wide as the mat, and then going off to the right hand side. And again, if you can, that right foot on top of that left knee, left hip moving down towards that left foot. Releasing the foot, lift both knees up, walk the feet in. Go ahead and lift both legs up to the sky and reach around and grab the back of both thighs. Flatten the feet as if you're standing on them. You may even try to over-exaggerate it so that you really bring those toes down to the floor. Inhale, lift the torso up off the floor, thinking about bringing the heart up towards the knees, but keeping a nice straight back. So extending through the crown of the head. Don't think about bringing the head up, just bringing the heart up. Exhale, release the torso to the floor. Extend the arms out into a T. Drop the right foot to the floor. Extend that left leg over to the right hand side. Turn to look at your left fingers. So feel this stretch from the tips of your Left hand to the right heel. Left heel. Inhale, left leg up to center. Right leg comes up to join it. Left leg goes to the floor. Right leg goes over to the left-hand side. Turn your attention to your right hand. Really reach to that right heel. Keep the right shoulder down. Inhale, leg to center. Exhale, leg to the floor. Bend both knees. Come into happy baby pose. So lifting the feet off the floor, reach through, grab the big toes, lift the feet to the ceiling, draw the knees down to the floor, and roll from side to side. And releasing happy baby. Allow the feet to come all the way to the floor. Finding Savasana, arms off to the side, palms up. Go ahead and close your eyes, bringing your awareness back to your breath. Again, feeling the connection that the breath gives us. Sometimes when you're feeling alone and isolated, just recognizing the fact that we all share the same breath. Might help to alleviate the loneliness, having that sense of connection to all that is. Inhale, exhale with the soft side. Start to bring animation back to your body with the next inhalation. Wiggling your toes, your fingers, rolling your ankles and your wrists. Maybe you like to extend your arms up above your head. Nice long stretch. And then as you're ready, bend your knees and roll over to one side or the other. Pause for just a moment, a breath or two. And then using the strength of your arms, press yourself up to seated. Allow your hands to find Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes. So we'll finish class the same way we started, but just with one arm. And taking a deep breath in. Namaste. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for giving me your next breath. See you later.
Much love.